Hello, Mr. Shi. Nice to
Hello,
see you again.
hello, Mirchan. Nice to see you.
I have a few more questions for you today to
Mhm.
continue our previous discussion from last week. Being our senior training manager and training so many customers from across the globe overseas,
Mhm.
how do you deal with the time difference from country to country?
Mhm. For the time difference, because uh, especially because we have so many customers from all over the world, and their time and Chinese time are different. So, usually before training, I'd like to ask them for some suggestions about the time, and then I compare their time with Chinese time and make a compromise between us.
Basically, it's convenient for both parties, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. Perfect. My second question would be regarding the workers and managers. Training workers and managers, mentality of both is different. How do you deal with this situation?
Yeah, for the boss and for the manager and their workers, the mentality are really different. And during the training, I just because their consideration of them are different. So usually I try my best to explain something in different ways. For example, uh, usually the manager pay much attention about the uh, production efficiency or how to reduce the loss during the production, and also maybe sometimes they are care about the safety. Then during the training, I not only teach them the product design, also I just try myself to teach them more about efficiency improvement and loss reduction, and also something about safety to protect them when they are knitting.
I understand. The third question would be having old customers and new customers right now.
Mhm.
Um, which of these customers have exceeded your expectations in terms of training? And if so, could you please share some of the good techniques for learning?
Mhm. Uh, there are two students who have exceeded the expectation in terms of learning, and the one is from Uzbek and another one is from Armenia. Uh, and I want to share their good study behavior to with all of you. Mm, First one is make notes. Write down the key points during the class. And the second one is the practice. After the class, I usually after class they'd like to uh, practice pattern design and then go to machine to knit. And while they are knitting, they watch the machine carefully and make them know more about the actions which are performed on the machine. And the third one is sometimes maybe they meet with some difficulties when they're making pattern designs or knitting. And then my suggestion is usually I'd like ask them to write it down, write the problems down, and also the reasons of problems and the solutions to the problems. Then they can get more experiences in the future.
Of course,
Mhm.
yes. Great. My fourth and last question would be given that some customers require immediate training after their deposit has been paid by the company, um, do you think that, uh, do you have any suggestions on how the training should be done and what is the best way to do the training?
Mm, for about the time for the learning, usually actually of course I hope they can learn the software as fast as they can, uh, but in my point of view, I in order to make a better and effective result, uh, the first one it's better to learn the software or knitting after the arrival of the machine, because uh, the usually I'd like to tell my students that the machine is the best teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the second one is time. Actually, for learning time, it's usually it's not very long. It's not very long. Depends on the experience of our customers. The time is adjustable. If they have much experience and knows English well, and maybe 2 weeks are enough. 2 weeks are, yeah, are enough. And if for the people who has no experience, I usually I suggest them to just follow me, and I will try my best to let them know something by knitting and or taking photos or taking videos, and then I speak slowly and explain something more.
Detailed,
Yeah,
in
in
detail.
details.
Perfect.
That's it.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.